Hey, I'm Gutzi.
Jonas Saalbach. We founded our label Radikon 4 years ago in 2018. We love our label work and we would like to tell you a little bit about it. So you got a finished track and the question is what to do with that track now. I would say just leave it alone for a while and make another one. If you want to send out demos, I recommend don't send one track. I think you should make a package between 3 and 4, because if you just send one track, then the label think maybe is that producer able to make tracks in the same quality again and again. And so you just produce another track and give your first track a bit of a distance. And I think after a while, maybe a couple of weeks, you have a better relationship to your demo. And this is also like a quality check for yourself.
You've done it by yourself, right?
Of course. And
how many tracks did you throw away?
Endless.
Yeah.
Actually, just like 2 weeks ago, I sent a track like to my mastering engineer because I personally choose the strategy to master my tracks and then send it to labels or send it to DJs. And yeah, it was wasted money because then I played it for myself in the club and I realized I want to change like the arrangement. I want to change the drums. So I should have done a self-master maybe or just give it a bit more time, but I was hyped about that track in this moment, so happens.
Yeah. When you have like the finished tracks, I would always do like a list of labels where I would like to release it, like prioritize, say like first of all, this would be my dream label, second dream label, third dream label, and so on, maybe like 10.
So you would send it first to big labels or first to small labels where the possibility is probably a bit higher to release?
I think I would send it to the label where it fits. Like where the style fits and not like I want to release on a big label, so I send it to the big label, but it doesn't fit. So check out where it's quality wise and also from the style.
Yeah, so if you have the list, what we recommend to send it like to one label, wait like 10 days, you send a SoundCloud private link so you can track your downloads and plays. If you send Dropbox, you cannot track what's happening with the demo. And then after 10 days, if the label plays or downloaded the track but you don't have an answer, I would already send it to the next label. And I think what's also very great, if you have a track, it should be mastered, self-mastered or mastered from a mastering engineer, doesn't matter, but it needs to be loud enough that DJs are able to play it in a club. So you go to Instagram or whatever, most of the DJs have a promo email address and you send it to them. So this is not a demo. This is more like for DJs, for example, I want that Gutzi plays my track. So I send it to him. And if he plays it, you probably get a video or nice feedback or whatever. So this is also like a quality check for yourself. So you can send out demos and at the same time, just the track as promos. Today we want to speak only from the perspective from our label Radikon. And I think there are two main elements, and this is the music and marketing. So I would like to speak about music. I think you should never stop producing music, and you should also try to check if your music is ready to be sent to a label. I think wait a little longer. I don't know, like if you release like for 2 years, maybe it needs another year, maybe it needs 1.5 years, but it's really worth to produce and learn and just, I don't know, like powerful producing every day until you reach a certain kind of level that's good enough to be signed to very good labels. Of course, you can produce music that's probably not really ready for the club yet, and you will find the label. There are like so many labels and so many uploads every day on Beatport, but that music will just not sell, So push yourself, never stop, and also if you send out demos, you don't get answers, whatever, you produce just more demos and send it out again. That's what I recommend. Don't give up, try to get better, watch tutorials, try to find people that can give you proper feedback, maybe your friend circle, whatever, just people who know about techno music and house music. And yeah, that's my recommendation for the musical part. Maybe David can tell a little bit about the marketing and social media part.
Yeah, for sure. But first of all, I think one other big thing is you should not take it personally if you don't get an answer or something. because sometimes there's just so much to do, there's so much demos going in, and it's not because your music sucks or you're not good or something like that, but maybe it won't get heard for some reasons.
Agree.
But you can maybe increase the chance by doing like a good social media game, have a good feed on Instagram with interesting things, make it like a little bit more lifestyleish, or like show that people really support your music by playing them on big stages or something like that, so that in case somebody checks you, sees like your social media game is already going on and it's strong, and you do something for yourself as an artist, because the self-promotion can help a release even on a small label. When you have like the big label, then they have this big following that pushes your release, but you can also do it by yourself with a lot of things.
And I would like to add something. When you send us music and it's great, we 100% check your Instagram.
Yes, that's true.
And if there is no Instagram, then we don't sign it, because we realized that we can try to promote your music, but the artist needs to help to promote the music. And I think that's what David also said. Maybe you release your music first on a smaller label because you have the possibility. You need to make sure that there is a good promotion. You need to speak to the label, and if you feel they don't do enough, you just try to do it by yourself. As we spoke about, like how to send a demo, you can send promotions, and for example, you send me a track and I download it, then you can go to Instagram and check if I played it, if there is a video online, and then you screen record the video. This is part of our daily work, actually. Sounds super annoying, but it is what it is. Social media is just a very important part. I would say 50-50. 50 music, 50 marketing. Maybe even more.
Yeah, but if the music sucks, you can like compare it like with like the social media game. I think if the music is strong, your Instagram game needs to be as strong as the music is to make a really successful thing out of your
package.
Career. Yeah, so I think for us, it's like if you spam us. Like, what I mean is you send out a demo and then maybe we listen to it and then we say no, and then 2 days later there's a new email with 5 more tracks. Or you send it, we listen, and you ask in the same day, hey bro, how's it going? How's the feedback on the tracks? And we don't answer maybe directly. Then the next day again, hey bro, hey. It creates like a strange situation for me. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. And especially if it's like going on in the demo email on Instagram at the same time, I feel a bit like overwhelmed, and people also need to understand that we get like 30 demos a day. So it's also not possible always to listen to everything. We try to with our team. But for example, we have like our demo submission says also that don't expect an answer. If you don't hear back like in 10 days, please go ahead. I think that's just fair. So just, follow the rules of the labels and don't send demos as you would like to send it. Just follow the demo submission of the label. Speaking about sound, I think it's also important that you don't copy too much, that you find your own unique style. If we listen to a track and we hear, okay, this is like from that and that artist, this is like this trend right now. This is mostly for us not really interesting. We like unique sounds, and that's what we're looking for with our label.
Yeah, and also don't send us like 15 tracks. This is too much, I think.
14 is enough.
No, what do you think? Like maybe 4 or 5 tracks?
3, 4.
Yeah.
Not 1, but 3 to 4 is nice. Mm-hmm. Like finished tracks, no sketches, as we mentioned already, should be mastered, self-mastering, or they're good mastering engineers in the market. If you believe in your music, probably it's worth to invest that money so we can play it and it sounds already big in the club.
Yeah, and also send it on SoundCloud with the download open and not a WeTransfer link.
Yeah.
Because then you can't like listen on the phone maybe when you're going somewhere, then you can check some
download,
demos or something. And then when you're in a hotel, for example, before a show, then you can even download it if you like to try it in a club to see how the people react. And if you don't just get a WeTransfer link, you have to download it first and then you can listen to it. So it's always good.
I would not download it, honestly. So let's agree on something that's playable, visible, For me, it's also interesting to see the waveform of a track. And these are some no-goes we would recommend not to do.